It is the history of the Tottenham, no? Ladies and gentlemen, 3 wins against Spurs in the space of a month, less than a month, something around 18 days, clean sheets, absolute whooping. Thomas Tuchel pumping Antonio Conte. That's 4 wins against Spurs this whole season. I mean, wow, can we play Spurs every single season? But the story today is all about Hakim Ziyech, my Habibi Hakim Ziyech. That was a masterclass, man of the match performance. It was a total package, not just offensively, defensively as well. Hakim Ziyech was just magical, the wizard of London. Oh my God, the Moroccan wizard. Let's do this.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into this match review. Chelsea 2, Spurs 0. Brilliant performance all throughout. I do have to say from the get-go, I think Thomas Tuchel was probably right to say in the last match, maybe fatigue. I mean, that game from what we played against City and Brighton the last couple of, in the last week, this was a total turnaround. The players looked so fresh. The players looked up for it. We moved the ball quick. We played brilliantly. And against the team, let's not forget, Spurs just beat Leicester. And Spurs actually played really good against Leicester. So, for them to come away from home and get that whooping that they got off the back of us not playing that great against Brighton and Man City, it's a very good turnaround. And it makes me think Thomas Tuchel was probably right. Maybe it was something to do with the fatigue, mental fatigue, the 2 days off that Thomas Tuchel gave. Masterstroke, once again, masterstroke from Thomas Tuchel. And I'm glad he kept with the 4-2. I think he predominantly played as a 4-2-3-1. At times a 4-3-3, to be honest, as well, with Mason Mount coming into midfield, Hakim Ziyech wide with Callum wide and Lukaku up front. So the formational flexibility definitely worked. Antonio Conte has no answers for Thomas Tuchel at the moment. He has no answers. And it's very typical of Antonio Conte away from home, setting up Spurs the way that he did defensively, trying to be more solid and looking for those counters. But once again, much like the Carabao Cup matches, they had no control of the game. It was all us throughout this particular match. First half, second half, Spurs literally looked for only counters. And really, none of them looked remotely dangerous. They had that one goal disallowed, but it was rightfully disallowed. It was a Harry Kane goal. It was Silva being pushed, being fouled. So overall, there was one or two little scares there, but Kepa did extremely well. There was a header, I remember, in the second half. Once again, Kepa did really well. But we were in control of that match. First half, we deserved to be a couple of goals up. Mason Mount had a very good cross earlier on in the game where Lukaku fluffed the shot, and he had another cross where Lukaku had an air shot, and it went to Callum Hudson-Odoi, which didn't materialize too much. First half, if I had any complaint, it would have been Callum Hudson-Odoi and Lukaku. Callum didn't look at all good in that first half. Everything was slow on that side. He didn't take on his man. Lukaku similarly as well. But besides that, Ziyech was on fire from the get-go. Offensively, he was looking so good from that right side, cutting in, getting into central locations, whipping in those crosses as well, inverted crosses, defensively tracking runners, winning balls, slight tackling. It was a total package from Hakim Ziyech. It was a total package, and this is something we need to talk about before we get into player analysis. Are we at a situation where we need to think about the four at the back? It's not a coincidence that every time we tend to play four at the back, it gets the better of Hakim Ziyech. So, we did this against Spurs in the Carabao Cup and Ziyech looked good. We did this against now. We looked good against Brighton. We did the four, but that game, we just looked out of it. Something was wrong. Something just wasn't feeling well. And maybe the break, hopefully, even today, even though Lukaku didn't have a very good game, at least when we scored, you could see the jubilation, that excitement. He was excited for the team. Hopefully, we can forget that interview situation. We've now got a good break until the FA Cup game against Plymouth Argyle, and maybe a little bit more break, a little bit more team bonding. Maybe that meeting that Azpilicueta held on Friday after the Brighton game perhaps had a good benefit. But from here, we need to kick on. Good part is we've got FA Cup game, we've got the Club World Cup. The next time we play another Premier League game, hopefully we are the Club World Cup champion. That's another silverware. in our belt, and from here we can kick on. We really can kick on. Hopefully, let's get into some player analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Up front, Romelu Lukaku. Overall, I don't think he had a very good game. There was a 1v1 opportunity he had in the second half. Well, he turned the defender, then he was, against the keeper. That was a good shot, tight angle. You expect maybe he could do some damage over there, but overall, I don't think Lukaku's game was the greatest. As I said, he had a couple of chances in the first half where he should have taken at least one. But let's be patient. I'm not really sure why he's starting on a regular basis, why Kai is not getting any look in. Is Kai completely fit? I'm not really sure. I can understand why Thomas Tuchel is preferring Lukaku over Timo Werner. At the end of the day, Lukaku's track record in terms of goal scoring is a lot better than Timo Werner, and also finishing as well. I know that's not the case at the moment, but that's not the case for both of them at the moment, to be honest. And at the end of the day, there could be some sort of pressure from the board in order to play Lukaku. Look, at the moment, Thomas Tuchel, he's almost been here for a year. I think it is almost a year. 26 January, maybe, when he was hired last season. We have to keep backing Thomas Tuchel. And he already said, Lukaku is not the issue. He's the solution. So the quicker Lukaku comes back into form is better for us. Callum Hudson-Odoi, a better second half, much, much better second half. Nearly as good as Ziyech in the second half. First half was horrendous. And this is something that Callum needs to work on. How can he manage to put two halves together where he's brilliant? If Callum played the way he played in the second half, in the first half, we probably would have scored a couple of goals. So this is what Callum needs to think about. How can he be more consistent? And how can he be playing like this for 4, 5, 6 games? This is what is very important from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Mason Mount, he looked like he was back. He looked like his normal self. Defending from the front, pressing from the front, winning the balls. There was one chance where he won the ball in the second half, high up, could have caused a lot of chaos. Could have had a couple of assists had Lukaku had his shooting boots on. But overall, great performance from Mason Mount. Good assist from the corner for Thiago Silva. He looked a lot more hungrier. And I think maybe playing in that midfield more box to box as opposed to playing out wide or playing as an inside forward really helped his cause. So I really want to see Thomas Tuchel trying this formation a lot more. Us not having any wing backs, maybe this is what we need to try. Hakim Ziyech, for me, man of the match. Man of the match. From start till the end, that was a complete match, complete package from him. Defensively, offensively, that goal, my days. That screamer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Great work from Callum Hudson-Odoi from that left side to drift in, beat his man, I think it was Tanganga, then playing the ball to Ziyech. Ziyech then looks up, sizes it all up, releases that shot, FIFA-esque, as people are saying. Ajax days, Ziyech coming into play. When you see a goalkeeper not moving one bit, stood still, stuck on the mud, and the ball drifting in, so good, so fantastic. What a finish. This is what we want to see from Hakim Ziyech a lot more on a regular basis. We're going to have a look at some quotes very soon, post-match, which is going to be very interesting. But Hakim Ziyech, man of the match. Throughout the match, he was just phenomenal. The wizard is back well and truly. In the middle, Jorginho and Kovacic, look, both of them had okay-ish match. Jorginho maybe a better second half. Kovacic as well. The entire team had a better second half. But both of them probably didn't have good first halves. I personally didn't think Jorginho was that great first half. Kovacic as well wasn't that great. But second half, both of them lifted their game. Out in defense, Azpilicueta was decent once again. Nothing spectacular, nothing bad either. Defensively did a job. Malang Sarr, ladies and gentlemen. We have to talk about Malang Sarr. Another top performance from Malang Sarr. Top performance. And this is now... he's stringing up some performances together where he's playing really well, and all, funnily enough, against Spurs. But we do need to consider now, if the board, Chelsea board, are unable to give us a left wing back, which kind of looks like we're not going to do anything in the window, we have to think about Malang Sarr, whether it be left back, left wing back. He gives me a lot more confidence than Alonso. He's got that shithousery about him. He's got that, aggression. He's got that defensive capability. He's got the pace. Yes, maybe he doesn't bomb up. And for me, that's okay. That's okay. Defensively, be solid and let the damage get done by Kalamatana or whoever else is up front. As we saw, Kovacic was playing a lot more on the left side. He was helping out. Mason Mount was more on the right side, helping out Ziyech's cause. So I don't mind this. I don't mind this. Malang's someone we do need to start thinking seriously about getting more game time. I don't want to see Alonso. He slows things down. He's a liability. Malang Sarr is actually becoming an asset. What we do with him down the track at the end of the summer, I don't know. Right now, if he can produce these sort of level of performances week in, week out, he's going to become a bit of an asset for us. And yet again, kudos to Thomas Tuchel to find a gem like this, turning a player, from out of nothing to something now where literally I didn't have any hope or future for Malang Sarr, but he's doing so well. He's doing so well. He's squaring up against opposition, making them see that we're here to compete. Fantastic. Thiago Silva and Rudiger, once again, exemplary in defense, rock solid. They're the veterans. Rudiger, once again, driving runs, looking really good. Thiago Silva, that veteran, that ability, so calm in defense. We just looked so much in control most of the times. I know he got that yellow card, but predominantly we looked in control. And for the people that keep saying we can't play four at the back, we can. I know it's Spurs once again, but I'm pretty sure we should be able to do this against other teams as well. Whether we can do it against Man City, we'll see. As I said, something to think about over the next couple of weeks with the Club World Cup as well. Maybe we need to just keep going on with the four at the back. We don't have wing backs. And Club World Cup, no disrespect, we shouldn't be facing top caliber teams. So we should be practicing this over the next week and a half break, then the FA Cup, then the Club World Cup. This four at the back situation probably helps us out. It definitely helps out Ziyech, not just Ziyech. I think all the attacking players, Mason Mount, Kalamatana in the second half looked a lot better. So something to really think about. Kepa, once again, had a very good game, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping a clean sheet defensively, all of us, the defensive unit, fantastic work to keep that clean sheet. Kepa made some really good saves. And once again, doing a job with Mendy out, doing an absolute job. Let's check out some of the social media stuff now. It's going to be quite interesting. The substitutions for me, once again, a bit late from Thomas Tuchel. I don't know what's going on, but the subs came on and did all right. No Kai Havertz coming on, which is a bit strange. Saul got some minutes. Kante defensively looked all right. But then again, all the players that came on late. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Man of the match for me, ladies and gentlemen, was Hakim Ziyech. I've already gone with Hakim Ziyech, 86%. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised one bit. 360 minutes of football, 8 goals scored, 0 conceded. Cheers. I mean, we have absolutely hammered Spurs this season. Absolutely hammered. 4 times this season, we've battered them, which is great. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you guys. Honestly, 2-0. That's the scoreline. Saul came on. Alonso came on late on. Let's have a look at some of the goals. The gas is on, bringing the heat. 2-0. Great goal, header goal from Thiago Silva. I mean, what a player he's been for us. I'm so glad he signed on for another season. Our magician, look at this. And finally, he smiles. He smiles, and it honestly warms my heart every time I see this player smile. He's got a bit of smile back. Last time against Brighton when he scored, there was absolutely no smile. So it was good to see that. Look at this. EA Sports. Brilliant to see. All right, let's have a look at some of the quotes from the beginning. Let's go from the top. Emil, so Thomas Tuchel, I'm not worried about actions of supporters. I send a message to our fans that we love to have them close to the pitch. That is brilliant atmosphere, that they aren't behind fences or nets, but then everyone has to behave. It's from Adam Newson. But in general, I'm not concerned. I enjoyed the atmosphere, also away stadiums. But it is a new trend. We should act together as soon as possible to protect the environment. I think they're talking about some of the fans acting a bit mad. Hakim Ziyech, I wanted it in the top corner, but the question if it goes in. The feeling of the game is amazing for us. I enjoyed it. It was a good game from us, created a lot of chances, playing good football and putting everyone in their strengths. I think there's some subliminal message here from Ziyech. Playing good football and putting everyone in their strengths. Something to talk about here. Hakim Ziyech, I think, sending a message to Thomas Tuchel that maybe it's time to look at the 4 at the back. I mean, I think it is. With our wing backs, we're disadvantaged. Hakim Ziyech, you always want to have a good game, especially now when we have some days off. It's always good to have a win before that. Brilliant. Thomas Tuchel on heading into the break. It gives us a massive lift, but I'm more impressed because we didn't score the goal after 5, 6, 7 minutes. So yeah, good. It was good performance and clean sheet. It was very, very good that it was London derby. Helped us, and that we had some days off helped also because it gave us the feeling like a cup game, 100%. Tuchel, we changed the tactics in the first match against Tottenham and we reacted to it. We felt it gave a solution to escape in the high pressing without having wingbacks. Trevor had one training session and Andreas wasn't available. Tuchel and Hakim Ziyech, it was one of his best matches today because he was very reliable. To be fair, it was maybe his best position to be wide on the right wing. This position does not usually exist in usual manner. There's a lot of talk going on. There's a lot of talk going on between the manager and the players. Maybe something to look forward to. Thomas Tuchel on 4 at the back system. It's one way forward. We tried 4-1-4-1 formation today because we tried 4-4-2 in the first match, and that gave us the advantage. But then again, they reacted to the second match. So look, something going on, which is fantastic to see. Let's have a look at what everyone else is saying. This is PYS. Tuchel is a master tactician. We've seen 3-4-2-1, 3-5-2, 4-2-2-2, and now a 4-1-4-1. It gives, if given his targets, then next season we could be seeing a main formation of 4 with the weapon of 2-3 at the back formation. Amazing manager. Callum hasn't been the best recently, but today he was threatening. There's a reason Tuchel coaches him 1-to-1 during the games. He is Dembele. He sees a young winger with a lot of talent, with a few attributes needing to fine tune. He's only 21. Second half, a lot better. Tuchel had to find a tactical solution with Aspie and Alonso unable to replicate James and Chilwell's attacking roles, and the switch to 4-3-3 with Mount and Kovacic as 2 8s to create overloads with Ziyech and Cho out wide worked very well. 100% agreed. This is what I was talking about. Absolutely agreed. Very well versus Spurs. Tuchel is such a flexible manager. Ziyech had everything today. Not only did he score a screamer and create 2 big chances, his defensive work next level good. 4 tackles with 10 out of 15 duels won. Consistency is key for him. 100% agreed. Malang Sarr stood out for me today. I don't see why Marcos Alonso would start over him unless FA Cup rotation. Amazing goal by Ziyech and Thiago Silva, but I want to highlight Sarr's individual performance. I think he looks solid at LCB. Seemingly a rare good scouting move. 100% agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, great victory moving into the break. Good solid performances from a lot of players. Hakim Ziyech, man of the match. Malang Sarr playing out of his skin. Big 3 points. Let's have a look at the Premier League table moving into the break for us, ladies and gentlemen. Man City, 57 points, 23 played. Liverpool, 22 played, 2 games ahead of us. 48 points, still ahead of us. Chelsea's 47 points, 24 played. Man United, 22 played, 2 games in hand for them as well. 38 points. West Ham, 23 played, 37 points. Look, Arsenal dropped points. Tottenham, direct rival, we beat them. Tottenham has 4 games in hand, so they could possibly go ahead of us if they win everything, but I don't know if they're going to win everything. We need to keep continuing putting those wins. We need to try and see if we can come second. I know Liverpool with 2 games in hand with a point in front could be ahead, well ahead of us. But if we can put up a run now, anything possible. Anything is possible. I know Liverpool is picking up the wins without Mane and Salah, but hopefully we can stay as close as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, look, brilliant way to finish the weekend. Hopefully we can see some good momentum from here on in. Club World Cup coming up, get another silverware in the bag. Let me know how you felt about this particular match. Hope each and every one of you guys have had a good weekend. If you've enjoyed this review, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and let me know everything about this particular match, how you feel in the comment section below. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.